Cheers, my man.
Cheers, my man.
Hey, salute.
Oh, yeah, salute. Salute. Right.
So, so introduce
Introduce
yourself.
yourself.
Man. Yeah.
I'm Stephen Bastine. I go by the name of Boogie Skippo. Also, I produce music. And also, I have an artist name called Groove Factory Conobus. Groove Factory Conobus, Conobus. And what I do is I produce my own music, whether it's fusion, jazz, funk, a bit of hip hop, soul, R&B. Well, I'm tapping into the UK drill, but I'm not into the lyrics about violence and about women. I don't do that. I'm a bit of instrumentalist. I like playing the saxophone, and I've been a bass player for 2 rock bands for the past 30 years. I'm 62 years old now, and I just like coming out to Edinburgh, take my music back in, and just go with my saxophone and just play as freestyle as I can.
When you mentioned you don't like the lyrics when it comes to drill music, what do you think about when it comes to young people who say are drill artists and they're rapping about their own life experiences, which happens to involve crime and such? Do you think it's still okay for them to do that, or?
Well, it depends if they've been suppressed themselves, but to actually rap about crime to encourage others to do the crime, I'm against that.
Be a bad influence to younger people. If you're established in the field.
Yeah. And one thing I don't like is degrading women.
Yeah, of course.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I like the old old Compton stuff, like Run DMC, LL Cool J, Wu-Tang Clan. You know what I mean? Talking about what's happening around the area. I like that kind of vibe. But the lyrics they come out with now is horrible.
That's understandable.
I love the UK drill stuff, the music actually, and I love the new music because I do music. I got some new music myself here.
Nice, man.
And I just experiment with my saxophone. So
like obviously you have been in rock bands, so a bit of a mix. Out of all of them, what is your biggest passion? Is it the sax?
My biggest passion is the saxophone and fusion jazz. I love my fusion jazz. I like a bit of funk, the old school funk, like your Bootsy Collins, Rick James.
So while I have you there, so top 5 artists in any genre.
Right.
Go.
First artist, George Clinton. He's my number one.
Why?
Because he's got that kind of freestyle funk. And not only that, he brings an orchestra vibe towards it, with lots of brass, lots of percussion in the funk itself. That's George Clinton.
How does it make you feel when you listen to that kind of stuff, man?
Oh man, it's just
words can't describe. Right?
No, it takes it to the next level. it does. Yeah.
And artist number 2?
Artist number 2 is Prince.
Okay, now of course.
Prince, he's got this intense funk. He take that vibe from James Brown, Godfather Soul. Because James Brown is soul, but he twisted from the soul vibe into the funk, and he take a bit of George Clinton too, and because he's got that same kind of Parliament kind of vibe, but he modernized it and intensified the funk itself.
Nice. Artist number 3?
Artist number 3 is definitely gotta be Bootsy Collins because of the bass.
Right, okay.
I mean, I like Larry Graham, I like the slapping, but to me, Bootsy Collins got a free flow style. When he hit that one note, that one note is on the 1. He follows the drum, and when that one note is just that groove, he slows the funk down.
Yeah.
But that tone of that bass,
that's
number 3.
Number 4?
Number 4, I will go for Earth, Wind and Fire.
Okay. All right, okay, of course, classic.
Because Earth, Wind and Fire, they got the vocals.
Yeah.
They match the vocals and the party going spirit. in them.
The energy, yeah.
The energy.
Yeah.
And number 5 with me is Commodore with Lionel Richie. When Richie used to be in Commodore.
Okay, yeah.
That's my number 5.
Why?
Because he's got a story to tell, Lionel Richie, and that's why he ended up branching off from Commodore.
Because you feel like he was a little bit restricted of how much story he could share then.
Share then, yeah. I think since he left them in the late 70s, because he started his own Lionel Richie from the 80s, isn't it? Yeah. And then he went popped.
Yeah.
But to me, Commodore came from brass construction. There's whole lots of more. They got Cameo, Fatback Band, right? Rick James, Ray Parker Jr. I've got a few tracks that I produced myself of Ray Parker Jr. For those who love to groove, that's one of the tracks I've got. And Hot Stuff and Radio, that's Ray Parker Jr. And Brass Construction and Fatback, yeah, and Cameo, that's in the 70s. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So if for people that are starting out to be musicians or producers or people that have been at it, so first of all, for the people starting out, have you got any advice for new artists?
Yeah, for new artists, all you got to do is just research, do into your archives, just
of music,
research, and have your feel, but have your own feel.
Yeah.
I don't believe in copyrighting other people's materials, because the hip hop done that already. They took backing music and they do scratching, and you use certain loops for the backing music.
So a lot of music comes from being inspired by different genres, but then especially hip hop samples
in it. Yeah. But you can have your own scales.
Yeah.
But follow the style that they're done in the old times, like like your
inspiration from the old, but making your own twist.
Like we just heard of some of my stuff.
Yeah, and so for artists that say have been at it for a while now but feel like they're not getting anywhere, what do you say to people like that? Keep going?
You gotta keep going, mate.
Sometimes you need a little bit of delusion, to keep going.
You gotta keep on going. I mean, look, I'm 62 years old.
Yeah. I've
been playing on the road with 2 rock bands in London.
Yeah.
And after that, everything fall through, and I could have just give up. But I ended up taking my bass player, joined a flamenco guy, and we were playing for 10 years in the streets, doing flamenco music in Leicester Square.
So after, even though you reached a point, it might have been peak, and then it all fell through, you kept going.
You gotta keep on going.
Cheers to that.
You gotta keep on going, mate. Look, I'm 62 years old and I'm still going. I'm producing my own stuff. Like for instance, the winter time when it's cold and miserable, I'm in my room with my Pro Tools, my studio, and I just producing my stuff.
Do you think you need a lot of expensive kit to make music, or you can just use a laptop?
You can simply use a laptop or tower with double screen. So you'll have one for editing and one for mixing. Yeah. That's why I've got a double screen with a tower. Get a decent tower, like a Mac tower.
Yeah, okay, like the hard drive, the computer.
The hard drive, and then get yourself the console, like a Pro Tools console or M Audio console.
Yeah.
And you can use Ableton.
Yeah, that's what I use.
For M. I use Pro Tools. I've got a M-Box Pro.
Nice, okay.
Right, so I use that, but I have also got M Audio. So what I do is with the M Audio, I take softwares, and they got softwares now that you don't have to do any keys to do all the key structure for you, to do all the bass grooves for you, to do all the guitars, all the drums. So I use the M Audio for Ableton for that.
What do you think about the use of AI when it comes to, the use of AI for art and music? Do you feel like it's going to hinder artists, or do you feel like artists have to jump on board?
Oh, but artists have to jump on board, because we live in a technology age.
Yeah, sure.
Remember the old days, they used to cut and splice tapes. We don't have to do that now. Everything is editing.
It's the same thing from back the day when the new sample machines, like, what is this technology?
Yeah.
There's, as time goes on, there's new versions of that. So
we live in an age now that we can just
should be exciting.
yeah, like for instance MIDI. You know, you got a MIDI control. You practice your fingerings on the keyboard.
Yeah.
That is done away with now. They got a thing called the Unison. Unison audio.
Yeah.
You just go in, you get a pack, the MIDI wizard pack. You get the software, the program software.
Yeah.
All genres from soul to rock. Everything you need. All the scales, all the progression.
Yeah.
And you just patch it up into your MIDI patch.
Yeah.
And they even got things to match the bass line of the chord. It's amazing.
Yeah. So just to wrap things up, where can people find your stuff online? Listen to your stuff.
If you type out the word Groove Factory Conobus, CONOBUS, Groove Factory Conobus, type that in the search engine, you're gonna find all my music there.
Perfect.
Or if you want some stuff personally from me, just type out the word Boogie Skippo, BOOGIESKIPPO at AOL.com, and I'll send you up some stuff, man. You know what I mean? And for rappers, if you want music, just send off my email, and I'll sort you out.